this week because I started a series a few weeks ago about the Gospel of John, and we will come back to that. But I'm going to digress away from it today. I want to talk to you about weather. And I want this recorded, and if you're not here live, I want you to pay attention to this. And if you have questions, I want you to call me or email me your questions about weather, and we will address them also. Because if you don't know who you're watching, we were up here in North Alabama a couple weeks ago, at the end of April. Probably some of the worst tornadoes that have ever been in this area came through, and massive destruction. I don't just mean a few trees were twisted. I mean like where there used to be house, there was just like flat rubble, just absolutely gone. So it was bad. And there's been a couple of on top of the physical dilemma, there's been a couple spiritual questions and spiritual dilemma that have come out of it. Because I've been asked, number one, why did God do this? Why did God do this? Well, you want the short answer? God didn't do it. Here's the short answer. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail. And then someone else was actually the extreme. Well, the devil did this. Okay, well, sit down. No, he didn't. If he could do that, that would be your weather 24/7, constantly, forever. You'd never have a nice day. So the real short answer is God didn't do it and the devil didn't do it. Well, I'm glad I got your curiosity. You can turn to, we're going to be in the New Testament, but we're going to start off in Genesis. You can turn to Genesis chapter 7. And I'm going to talk to you about the flood. But before I get to the flood, I want to explain to you how the planet was before. I wish I had a globe. Anybody got a globe in your purse? All right. When God created the earth, he created it perfect. Duh. It had no bad weather patterns. It would be kind of stupid for God to create earth and create storms to go along with it, wouldn't it? Does that make sense to anybody? He created the earth, and it was perfect. And it wasn't on an axis. It was this way. It never rained. It never rained. It said in Genesis, you can look it up, how like every evening a mist would rise up out of the earth. I guess that's kind of like what we would call dew, something, and water everything. But there never was any rain, ever. There was never a storm. It wasn't a hurricane or tornado or tsunami wave or any of that junk. There wasn't even rain. It was not necessary. When God told Noah to build the ark, because I'm going to flood the earth and rain is going to come, that's one of the reasons that people thought Noah was insane. Because he was saying, rain is coming. And they're like, what's rain? What are you talking about? You're an idiot. There is no such thing as rain. And he was saying, there's a flood coming and rain is going to fall out of the sky. Water is going to fall out of the sky. And you're like, idiot. Yeah, right. Well, he's building a boat. Okay. Genesis chapter 7. Let me preface this for you. God did send a storm. Ready? Once. God has sent bad weather once. This is it. I'm just going to skip down through here. The Lord told Noah to get in the ark and all the household and all your stuff you need and all the animals. Verse 4, after 7 more days, I'm going to send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. Stop. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. He's been telling Noah, I'm going to send rain, and there was no such thing as rain. It had never happened. He wasn't telling people, look, guys, there's a flood coming because it's going to rain a lot. And they were going, oh, we're just used to little showers. No, he was saying it's going to rain, and they were like, what is rain? What are you talking about? We don't know rain. It has never rained. Right. And I will, this is God speaking, I will blot out from the face of the land every living thing that I make. Okay. Let's drop down to verse. So Noah got them all in the boat. Let's drop down to verse 17. Then the flood came on the earth for 40 days, and water increased, and it lifted up the ark, so it rose above the earth. Now, I studied this. I studied quite a bit of this, all of Genesis, in the original text in Hebrew, Chaldean. And just pay attention here. What flooded the earth was not limited to rain and rain only. It says in some other places, it explains how the earth itself actually cracked open. There were massive earthquakes, and parts of the earth actually came apart, and water gushed out from underneath. Water was coming 2 directions. It was coming down from the sky and up from the earth itself. Okay? When you look, okay, picture a map right now, or a world atlas, and these huge, beautiful mountains, the Himalayas, and the Rocky Mountains, and all the mountains, and then all the deserts and all the valleys. Guess what? That wasn't part of the original creation. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, they're breathtaking beautiful. Mountains and deserts and valleys. But that was not the original creation. That was leftovers after this horrific flood. After God basically, just almost twisted the earth open and cracks developed. We call them valleys. And so much pressure was coming out of the earth, what we call mountains developed. And water poured down out of the sky for 40 days and 40 nights nonstop, in addition to the earth wrenching itself. Pretty bad stuff. Okay, are you getting the picture of this? It was so intense that this perfect earth that God created not just kind of erupted, it also went, it got knocked off of its perfect axis thing. It tilted.